Recently, I asked for recommendations for German music to make a reaction to, and as always, people gave me a lot of recommendations, so thank you so much for those. One of the most commonly requested was This Is Deutschland from Rammstein, and I've actually seen people recommend this before on my other videos, so happy I'm finally getting to watch it. Rammstein's a name I've heard. I know they're internationally known and popular. I've not heard any of their music, so glad to finally be hearing their music for the first time as well. And someone actually wrote me a comment giving me advice on how to watch this video properly, so that was interesting in itself. They told me I had to put the subtitles on in English, which I've done. They told me I had to watch the end credits of the video as well, and they told me to look out for a black woman who represents Germania, which is like the epitome of Germany. Something similar to maybe Britannia in the UK. So interested to see how that manifests itself in this video. Tell me if you've seen this before, tell me what you think about it. Recommend more from Rammstein and recommend more German music as well. I'll check it out soon. Let's watch. Germania Magna 16 AD. So is this like the origins of Germany? Oh, I like the sound design, the sound engineering. Sounds... Whoa. Okay, we've got some guys hanging very highly from a tree here. This looks like some sort of like, I don't know, like some sort of nomadic tribe or something. Tell me more about this, and why is there people hanging from a tree here? Again, with the sound design, it sounds like something you would expect from like a Christopher Nolan movie. Even the look of it is actually very impressive. It looks almost movie-like itself. Enjoying this so far? Okay, someone's getting cut open. Or they're getting beheaded by the looks of it. Okay, so is this Germania? Someone just got beheaded by Germania. Okay, the intensity is building. Okay, what is this? Got a submarine on some sort of spaceship as well, and some sort of astronauts carrying something here. Tell me more about this. Like, very interesting so far, the imagery. Yeah, I'd love to know more about what this is representing. Yes! Okay, there she is carrying the head. Nothing but that. Okay, this is Germania again. This is like, I can feel the intensity building in the music. Wow, resplendent in gold. Oh. Come on. Whoa. Oh, that like coincided with the punch, man. Let me just see that again. The way that just built so much that you feel the energy building, like when he punches him, it like really coincides with the actual beat of the music so perfectly. Yes! Whoa. It's like some sort of 1920s brawl. Oh, there we got the Hindenburg on flames. Some guys just walking away unemotional. Whoa. His voice. So I take it that's the lead singer. His voice. I have never had like an interest in ASMR, but his voice could be my ASMR. Something. He just did something in my body. His voice just like vibrated through my body. Listen to this again.
Hast viel geweint, im Geist getrennt, im Herz vereint.
Okay, interesting shot there.
Lang zusammen
Okay, so she was in a wheelchair holding the head.
sind
So this is some sort of communist symbol in the background there with the hammer. So is this supposed to maybe represent like the DDR, the GDR? What's interesting about this image, actually, you see them all partying. So this is obviously maybe the East German communist side. They've got the champagne here, smoking cigars, partying. They were like the oppressive side of Germany, the communist side. And I think this is an interesting thing to pick up on, because you always find these oppressive regimes are usually the ones who are at the top of it, are the oppressors, but they're the ones that are living the most wildly, whereas the people are so oppressed. And especially in communism, when people are sold this thing where everybody's to be like given equally wealth-wise, but you see them partying at the top.
Atemkalt, das Herz in Flammen.
His voice. You've got monks feasting on Germany.
Mein Herz in Flammen.
Yeah.
Will dich lieben und verdammen.
Deutschland.
Dein Atem kalt, so jung und doch so alt.
I love this music. Okay, man, just to talk about it so far, everything, there's so much to take in here. To talk about the music, first of all, I didn't really know what to expect from Rammstein. I just thought it was like a normal sort of rock band, but there's so much more depth to their music. Like, it's so full, it's so well produced. It's interesting because I actually hear some differences in the music, like the electric guitar. It sounds like there's some sort of synth, like ding ding. It's like this little synth noise in the music as well. It really gives it like, it's so much more than normal rock music. The singer, his voice is insane. When I talk about the depth of the music, you can talk about the literal depth of his voice, man, just like pulsating, vibrating through me, man. It's like the words of the song as well, so interesting. It's like quite concise, quite concisely written, but it's really like explaining a lot through the words as well. And visually, this is absolutely stunning for a video, for a music video. The quality itself looks like a movie. Like, you look at the cinematography of every shot, it's perfectly framed. There's so much going on that's interesting. The colour grading, the colour correction, it's like everything's got its own unique feel. Like, I think this is going through the history of Germany. You can see a lot of different time periods and different moments in Germany's history, and they're all very distinct as well. One thing I have noticed is you see this red laser in a lot of them as well, which is quite an interesting thing. But you see I'm sure I've missed some of the moments in this, but tell me about those like monks feasting on the body of Germania. I'm sure like this must talk about like religion and how it's affected Germany or something like that. But yeah, this is an absolute treat. It's an experience rather than a song so far.
Ich will dich nie verlassen. Man kann sich lieben und will dich hassen.
What is this, some sort of prison, right?
Überlegen, übernehmen, übergeben, überraschen, überfallen. Deutschland, Deutschland, über allen. Deutschland,
Deutschland.
über allen.
Deutschland über allen. It's interesting because we've got like, I guess obviously this is a Nazi officer. We see the SS. This is I guess, and this is obviously like to do with the Holocaust. You see the uniform there of the prisoners, which I think is to do like, in a concentration camp thing. But he says like Deutschland über, I thought he said Deutschland über alle, which I believe is like a Nazi slogan or something like that. Tell me more about that. I remember hearing that somewhere. If it's like Nazi propaganda or something like that, it was like some sort of terminology they use. But listen.
Deutschland, Deutschland über allen.
He actually says Deutschland über allen. So I don't know if that's like a play on the term Deutschland über alle, or if, yeah, tell me more about that. That's quite interesting in itself. Whoa, you see people being hung in the background here at the gallows in Germania. So Germania, we've seen her in different forms already, like seen her resplendent in the gold in the original battle, but here we see her as an officer, Nazi officer. They got the skull and crossbones, so it's shown like the personality of Germany as a country. Whoa.
Mein Herz in Flammen.
Whoa, sorry to keep stopping this. I really want to listen to the music. Is it like the music itself is absolutely intense, enjoyable music to listen to. It's so interesting. But this shot here, seeing prisoners being hung, there we've got, is that the Jewish star actually? This officer having his boots polished, we've got the soldiers. That is an absolutely striking shot. Tell me, I know that having watched German satire and seen like parodies of Hitler and things like that, that Germans are open to talking about this time period. And but this shot in itself, seeing the prisoners like this is actually quite a could be seen to be quite controversial. Tell me of how this was actually viewed in Germany as well. It's striking for definite being in a music video, but this is the grim reality of a small part of Germany's history, I guess. Germany being kidnapped. Again, is that the same monks from earlier? But we'll see here, this is like, again, I guess like some sort of Nazi officer cuddling a monk. I guess it shows like the effect religion and religious authorities people have on these very bad situations, and it's not something just confined to Germany. You see, like religion has had an effect in a lot of bad times throughout history. So this is an interesting way of showing that visually. See that? That's that synthesizer. Really adds some excitement to the song as well.
Übermächtig, überflüssig, über Menschen, überdrüssig. Wer hochsteigt, der wird tief fallen.
Tables of tongue.
Deutschland über allen. Dein Herz in Flammen will dich.
This song, man, it's so good.
Verdammen. Mein Atem kalt, so jung und doch so alt. Deine Liebe ist Fluch und Segen. Meine Liebe kann ich dir nicht geben.
The video, the music getting more intense, more energy, man. It's just going crazy. See? What's the significance of the dog here? I've seen that a couple of times. Again, you see that laser in the background as well. There's the laser coming from space. So is that where Germany is on Earth? Okay, so as I said, someone told me to watch the full end credits. That was an unbelievable experience. Like, again, it assaults your senses, like everything. You're visually, there's just so much going on. And as I said, as much as there's a lot going on, there can be a lot going on in a lot of music videos, but this was done so to such a high level, again, with the cinematography, with the symbolism throughout the video. There's a lot going on there. Again, I feel like it's a journey throughout Germany's history. All these parts interspliced, so you're seeing parts here and there from different moments in Germany's history. Again, like as someone told me, like with Germania being like this thread that's just going through there, you see her in a lot of different forms, in a lot of different ways, and I guess that represents how Germany was at that time, which is an interesting and very clever thing to do. Just how it visually looks, just the way it's shot, as I said, it's such a high level. It's really like movie quality. I would love to see like whoever directed this really direct like a chronological history of Germany with this style. I think it would be so engaging. This was super engaging. The music itself was like so energetic. Again, it feels like so different from maybe what I expected Rammstein to be, or normal rock music. Having that synthesizer in there, it just created this amazing energy. And that lead singer just, whoa, his voice. Ruby Comey is Germania. So this one, yeah, looked like it's like maybe between 1910 and 1930, something like that. Tell me who these characters are as well. Like it seemed like they were the ones walking away from the Hindenburg, just without any emotion. This one, yeah, I don't really know. Some sort of riots, something like that. I mean, even look at that as a shot. So perfectly composed. Feel the drama. Books. I wonder if the burning books is sometimes you see that in countries to like erase history. Is that something that happened in Germany? Yeah, these shots of, which I'm guessing is like the Holocaust, that is one of the most striking ones. That whole story there where you see them being hung, when you see the tables being turned and shooting the officers. Very effectual for the viewer, definitely. We really had like a really big crew working on this, like really the level of a movie. So fair play to everybody that created this, like, this is a masterpiece, created this masterpiece. Visually enthralling. And she was like really a great actor as well. Played that character so well, even though you can't hear any dialogue from her or anything like that. And that was fantastic stuff, man. Is there any other Rammstein songs that are better than this? This feels like I'm going in at like the epitome of possibly German music because of just everything that was involved in this. As I said, this wasn't just like listening to a song. This was like experiencing a song with everything going on there. Very intelligently written, like it's not using like a lot of words, but it's very impactful. Every word means something in that song. The singer, so talented with that voice, but again, visually. This is probably one of the best, if not the best music video I've ever seen, because it really has meaning as well. It's like really this insight into German history, and it's so intelligently done with a lot of like symbolism and different meanings and things. So everything about that was fantastic. Tell me what you think about this. I'm sure I missed a lot of things in that video, so tell me more about them as well. Thanks.